My name is Prolyphic, representing Strange Famous Records, Providence, Rhode Island. Inspiration for me musically comes from experience. So whether it be something that happens in my daily life, whether it's a song, whether it's a movie, anything that I experience throughout my day is what inspires me. Like there's like this little flame inside, and that slightest bit of inspiration is just like a little bit of kindling for it, and it just like starts to grow and grow, and either I'm making a song, or I'm just writing in general, or I'm thinking about video stuff. So the first real hip-hop tape I got was NWA, Straight Outta Compton, and I remember I was like, it was 89 and I was 8 years old, and I couldn't go in the store to buy it. I had to get my sister, who was 5 years older than me. She was 13 because of the parental advisory sticker. And I remember taking that tape home and just like playing the shit out of it. And I remember my mom asking me, like, let me hear the music that you got. And I was just like, holy shit. I was like, how the hell am I gonna play this to my mom without her wigging out? Because like, fuck the police, like everything is just like, every other word is a swear word. And I wasn't sure if she was gonna get it, like understand why I liked it. And when I played it for her, I played her Express Yourself. So Express Yourself was the only NWA song that was basically radio friendly. And I remember playing it for her and her being like, alright, because my dad and my mom like both listened to like James Brown, and they listened to a lot of black music. So it made sense to me to get into hip hop. And when she accepted it, I was like, alright, it's just like a memory of mine that I always have. Like, I just remember like being so scared and like playing it for her and just like sitting and waiting waiting for her to like trash the tape. But she was just like, alright, I think they were just surprised because I was always kind of like a quiet, introverted kid, but I was always creative. Like I was always like in my room doing something. I was either like drawing, or I was like creating this crazy world with my G.I. Joes. I was always doing something like creative. But I wasn't like an outspoken kind of kid. I was like, again, I was more like reserved. So I think, and I kept it from him for a while, that I was like writing like hip hop songs. Like I would write, like in my room, and then I would record on their like stereo in the breezeway, but I would only do it when they were away, like when and my sister was like watching me. So like they didn't, like I was recording for like 3 or 4 years before probably 3 years before they knew like that I was even doing any hip hop stuff. And then I told them, I was like, alright, I was like, I didn't let them hear it. I just told them I was going to this open mic late at night in downtown Providence. I was like 17 at the time, and I think the first time I let them actually hear my recording, I think they were kind of blown away by it, because they weren't, they didn't know what to expect. I think they were thinking it was like what was going to be heard on the radio, but it wasn't, and it was me, and I don't know, but they were 100% supportive from day one, from the first time they heard my music. And I don't know, again, that was kind of shocking, because I know a lot of like friends of mine who got in it, whose parents are just like, not disowned them, but were just like not supportive. I don't think it'll ever be as fresh. It just can't be as fresh as it was when I was younger. But I think the stuff that happens to me on a daily basis or weekly basis is like when fans hit me up about my own music and tell me that my music does for them what hip hop did for me back when I was young. So I think that's like the greatest compliment I can get as an artist, is that it's actually making an impact outside of my own world. It's actually impacting somebody else's world. And I think those are the feelings that take me back to when I was a kid. Like, like I'm the guy inspiring people to whatever, whether it's just like getting through the day, or just like inspiring them to do their own thing, So, well, one challenge that is tough to overcome because it's constantly changing is the music industry. It's it's like, it's an animal that I don't know how to really tame yet, and it's it's consistently changing, but I think the one thing that I'm proud of myself for is that I've always maintained my integrity as an artist, and I've never like compromised my music to sell records. Like, it's always been about the music for me and about like the people I'm putting the music out to, because you know, I am putting it out not just for myself, I am putting it out for other people to connect with, you know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest challenge that I've overcame as an artist, because there's so many MCs I've seen, mainstream and underground, that just like do hacky shit to become popular or trendy, you know. And I think that I've maintained my own dignity as an artist, you know. I kept it true, I kept it honest, and never bullshitted. And I don't necessarily want them to remember me, just my music. Just as something that, again, like, it's somebody who just put his heart, all of his heart and energy into his music, was about the music, wasn't any like about any kind of bullshit, and like kept the true meaning of what music is supposed to be alive. And the fact that I was just like a good person, you know, like that people can say that, you know, I always had a good interaction with him as an artist, you know.